For us, the most important research is cultures. I think culture is the most amazing book of symbols, of stories, of heritage, of anything that we as designers can play with today to create the future.
Ciao Gabriele, it's so great to have you here on our SCI-Arc channel. Let me ask you a few questions. Please tell us about your journey to becoming the creative director at Marcel Wanders studio. What did you study? Fashion, design, architecture? Tell us a bit more about it.
So, ciao Elena, nice to see you and thank you for having me in this conversation. I'm actually creative director at Marcel Wanders in Amsterdam, in the Netherlands. And it's been a quite long, crazy journey because, of course, I'm Italian. I don't look Dutch, as you might see. I've been traveling abroad all my life with my parents, and then I finally studied in Milano in the Istituto Europeo di Design. At a certain point, it started with a call, and I was 26 at that time, and Marcel asked me, like, why don't you come to Holland just to have a little chit chat? And I said, well, why not? I mean, I'm going to try. So went there for 3 days, 4 days. It was a good match. I started doing product design for the first year, then became head of product design. And then after 5 years, Marcel asked me, okay, let's do together a creative direction team, which will oversee all the creative projects and processes of the studio. Which in fact was amazing because in fact from product design I started now entering the world of architecture, of interior design mostly. So now it's 8 years I'm doing this. Being creative director on such a broad spectrum of activities is amazing. It's enriching for yourself and it's enriching in general for the projects you do.
So what is your favorite project that you have worked on at your studio?
We love all the projects we do. However, I must say that we embrace creativity 360 degrees. We do projects which sometimes really looks at everything that can be touched upon creativity, and that comes from photography, animation, video, copy, brand experience, and so on, and design, of course. The project I love most is the project where we really embrace all the spectrum, because I believe that when you design something, you're halfway. The other half path is about how to communicate, how to reach the heart of people.
So Gabriele, please talk a bit about your workflow in the studio and how does a project move from the initial concept to the realization?
One thing is that projects are made by two. It's not your project, it's a project we do with a partner, which is our client. So basically, it's highly necessary before anything to really understand the client, understand who you're speaking with, understand who you will spend your next years to work together. Because any project needs to reflect the DNA of our studio, but also the DNA of the company.
Fantastic. Can you talk about the intersection between tradition and new technology in the work? Do you sketch by hand, or by now there are other people that work on the computer and you just review the work?
I sketch a lot. It's a very important tool for me, and it should be a very important tool for designers. It doesn't matter if the sketch is beautiful, it's amazing, or it's the most fast, easy way to convey an idea, and what is important is ideas, not the tool. Regarding the tradition and technology, looking at the past and looking at the beauty of what humankind made in the past, there's a lot of craftsmanship. And unfortunately today, industry and the times we're living doesn't allow us to really do it that way also. So what we do is that we also come up with ways to use technology today to speak about tradition, but in a new way. For instance, a very simple one that comes up into my mind now, it's a wallpaper. We did a rendering in 3D of a carved marble, really amazing rendering that looked really like marble. And we reprinted this and we did a huge wallpaper which is based on this 3D. So when you put it on a wall in a hotel, from far it looks like an amazing carved marble wall, which is not, because it's wallpaper.
How do you create a narrative of the interior? And what is the relationship between object and interior? I think Marcel Wanders does a special job in telling stories, and I was wondering what are the ingredients of that story?
A hotel doesn't have legs. It stands, it's built in a place. That place is full of elements of history, of heritage, of culture. And so when we do a hotel in interiors, we tend to say that we create a destination. When you do product design, it's like playing a violin. You really need to know the instrument to the perfection. You need to be knowing all the notes, the details, so on. When you do an interior design, you have to be an orchestra director, because basically you can't pretend to play all the instruments perfectly. You have to put them together to create a melody that resonates to your interior experience. And of course, the storytelling is extremely important. You want to guide your customer and your guests into a journey of discovery, into a journey of surprise.
I have a question that maybe might interest all the designers that now are watching this video. Why did the studio decide to design and produce and distribute, as you have decided, for some of the products, rather than just designing for other production companies? I know you do both, but what was the reason for also producing and distributing your own designs?
Marcel decided 15 years ago to create Moi. Moi is a company, furniture design, lifestyle company that creates beautiful design. We work with closely as a client, but works also with other creative people. Nowadays, a designer can really design, create, prototype, produce, and do all the circuit of what could have been done before, but can also sell, because now today, with technology and online, anyone can produce their own design and sell it directly to people.
What is the first product of Marcel Wanders that was truly a hit and that allowed him to make a jump in his career?
It was not the chair, for sure.
Yeah.
The not the chair, as you guys know, it's been done in 1996. It's the chair that made the breakthrough internationally at Marcel. And of course, it's a very interesting idea of chair, because it's not so comfortable. It's really breaking through the imaginary of chairs. It's really a little textile which is hanged. So there is a lot of technology within the thread. So yeah, that was the one that really broke through the design scene and understanding, and also his career.
Can you describe the role of authorship in the design of the office and how it moved from artistic practice born as a personal vision into becoming a major international design brand? How did you make that leap?
Marcel has always been an amazing creative mind, but also an amazing businessman. He's been really a bright mind in order to bring forward his vision on all aspects of creativity. And the studio followed the same principle. You know, if you don't grow someone near to you and you don't let them grow, you can't grow yourself. So that's what he's always been doing. Since we created this art direction team, creative direction team, the point was to become a brand. Today, Marcel Wanders, of course, is Marcel, but is also becoming a group of 50 amazing people. We think that the most valuable thing is to be an amazing group of creative and designers, and to show that behind the work, there's not only one person, but is a group of creative persons, brilliant minds that work all together and celebrate all together what we create.
So what's next on the horizon in your work and in the studio's work?
Now we have the chance and we have the responsibility to evolve the way we work. Our work has always been extremely humanistic. And I think that now to that goal adds another goal, which is to be sustainable. I think there is a more ethical layer to add to our processes, to our work, to our project, because that's what we've been seeing this month. And we as creative always work with the unknown. So I think that these are the moments where we can challenge ourselves to be better.
So, Gabriele, I hope to see you in Los Angeles soon, although we know that these times are not easy for travel. Thank you for your time. It's been great. Good luck with everything you have going on. It's so great to see you.
Lovely. And Ella, thanks so much. Thank you for having me.
Bye.
Thank you so much.